So we get that going. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope you're doing amazing, wonderful, fantastic, and amazing. Today, we are still working on the sheep farm. So today we will be doing a lot of separating the sheep. We are going to actually work right now on getting our pens set up of all the colors that we might want or could want, and getting every sheep the color that we want it, because that's going to make it the easiest to then go on to continue to more and more sheep, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. That makes sense to me. So, but we are getting everything up and rolling. That go like that, they go like that. Come to here, and let's go with that one. All right. All right. Oh, it's dark out. Dark out. All right. Anyways, get rid of that rain because that is really annoying. But so what we have to do is we have to get all of this enclosed. We are going to fill in, I don't know if we're going to fill in the dirt all the way here, but we're going to get all of the dirt down this way, or all the pens in this way. And then we'll come over here and basically take a lot of the sheep. You can see that actually they are decimating the grass underneath of them. So we will need to keep that in mind. But we will need to actually set up the pen so that way we continue to have grass in there. What's up, Will? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. But I think we're going to go with dark oak for all of our pens. We're going to make them a decent size. They're not going to be overly big, but they are going to be a good size. So, we'll go like that. I will actually... Why do I have so much string on me? What were you using string for? String theory. No, seriously, what were you using string for? What's up, hamster? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Go like that, go like that. That. But we are going to take and put these barrels in here for now. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what we were using that for. Okay. I answered my own question. Grab some more sticks just so I don't need them later. Grab the dark oak planks so that way we have them. Yo, hamster, thank you so much for the sub. It means the world. We focus on having good vibes over here, so genuinely do appreciate it. Dark oak. I know I got a bunch over here. Oh. We're just trying to grab all the dark oak that we could have. So that way, hopefully, we don't need to go mine or go chop down a bunch more trees. Because it is nice sometimes to have it where we need to go chop down trees, but also at the same time, there are days where it's like I just want to get this stuff done. But unfortunately, it looks like we have 27 dark oak logs, which is not a good sign. It's not a good sign. Da, 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 da. That's all we'll do for that. But then we're going to start with that for our fences. Oh, wait. I know of another place we need to look. I know of another place we need to look for fences. We need to look in here. Nice, hamster. I do too. Oh, at least we have planks. We have planks. That's actually huge. That is actually huge. Mm-hmm. Planks are actually huge. King, you changed your name. I also still immediately recognized you. That is how powerful your shtick is. I mean, sheep are kind of like Pokemon, aren't they? But we're gonna go like this. And I'm going to keep them all immediately right up next to each other, just so that way we can conserve on space a little bit. And this will go like this. Then we go like this. Then I'm going to figure out how much space we actually have on this interior. And then we're going to set up our posts, and then we will figure out where we're going to be. All right, you're all good. You're all good, Spidey Master King Bishop. So 69. You're all good. 69. 34. That would mean we have 35. 35. So if we go every 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, every 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It turns out it was 36. Welcome back, hamster. Turns out it was 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That actually is kind of what I want, anyways. I will. What's up, Mr. Greenlight Man? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I think I will go. Actually, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go like this. This will make sense at a later date. It's not gonna make sense today. It's not gonna make sense today. Yo, what's up, Ezra? How you doing? Hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much. It's not gonna make sense today, but it will make sense at a later date. So, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well tonight. Oh no! Like this. Throw all this down. Now the beautiful guys, his fence went the wrong way. The gate went the wrong way. How you supposed to keep people out if you let them walk right past you? But we're gonna go like this. Go like this. Perfect. Wonderful. All right, we are going to have more than enough fences for this, which is amazing. But we do need another Couple of goats, though. Shouldn't be too hard. But thankfully shouldn't be too hard. You should only 7. I think it's only 7 that I need. But I'm going to the wrong spot. But we're gonna stop just a little bit short here. And these are actually gonna be fairly good sized pens, which is awesome. But the reason why we're stopping one short is so that way we have grass continue to grow. So and one of these we will need to make smaller, but that's really not the end of the world. Because there will be a color that we just don't have a lot of. Like, we don't need a lot of, so we just aren't going to have any sheep in it. So, or actually, it'll probably be the pig's pen. It'll probably be the pig's pen that we do that's slightly smaller. Because, well, pigs. So, yeah. Anyways. Go like that. Keep the fences on the same side. Right like that. I love it. I love it so. You know, I'm good at this game. I'm good at this game. I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm good at this game. I know I'm good at this game. I think. Maybe. I don't think I'm good at this game. I think I just get lucky. That's honestly what it is. I think it's just all luck. So, we're going to go like this, because these are actually going to be our cows. So we kind of don't need to really worry about the grass underneath them, because cows don't eat grass. Actually, I want to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. So the cow entrance is actually right there. And then we have this one here. It'll make sense. It'll make sense. There's going to be a way that I make it make sense. It just doesn't make sense right now because I don't know how it's going to make sense. Honestly, that's all it is. So, that's honestly what it is. So, but what we're going to do, we need to make railings. Because if we don't, we will unfortunately lose a lot of sheep in tragic skydiving accidents. That was a joke. You are totally okay to laugh at that. That was intended to be a joke. All right. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to lead some in to each pen. We don't need to necessarily... Okay, we need not to be stupid. We need to not be stupid. All right, nope. You three come back here. You three come back here. All right. All right. All right, we get some more. More than 4. Need more than 4. Oh, no. Oh, no. You know, I really got to start doing custom skins for these. I really need to start doing custom skins for these. You know how dope it would be to roll up in a shepherd's hood right now? Like, bro. Like, honestly, the fence would work. Like, the fence the way it is would work. That's the sad bit. That's the sad bit. The fence would actually work that way. And anyways, now I can get a few less on this one because, well, I already have 2 in here. We are going to need to breed up some more, but that's not the end of the world. That's really not the end of the world. I might stack these last couple just really, really full because of that. Like, I honestly might just stack a lot of them really, really full because then I'll be able to breed them up a lot faster, and then I can actually do a little trick to get only the babies into the next pen. And then it's actually a trick that I use in our other farm to separate out all the babies, so that way I can have like a revolving door on sheep. So, 210 Elijah, thank you for liking the live. It means the world. So, Ella or Elijah, thank you so much for the follow. It means the world. So, we go like so. All right, everybody else, follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Hello, over here, Mr. Sheep. All right. Everybody just keep following in. File along. File along. I know it's scary. I know it's scary. Where do I need to be? All right, everybody. Hello. I think so too, Elijah, but that also just might be what I'm holding. It turns out when you have wheat, they tend to love you. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here. We are going to go like so. Like that. We're going to go like this. And so that's going to allow the baby sheet to come over here. We're also going to do that over here. I need to go make a couple more fence gates. Which is not the end of the world. But we did get all of the sheep that were over here into their own separate homes. Which I'm going to see as an absolute win. So, but we're going to do this. And the reason why we're doing this is because this is not as many sheep as I want in each pen. I quite literally want every single pen full. In reality, we're going to take about 10 from each pen of every color and put it in our system down below. So, yeah. The more sheep we have, the better. Essentially is what I'm trying to say. And in order to do that, we need to constantly be over here breeding them. And now that we have them separated out, we can actually do the breeding a lot better and a lot easier. So, it's a lot easier to breed like animals, like sheep and all that, than it is to breed bees that literally leave your line of sight. So, we'll go like that. Go like that. Perfect. Perfect. Kai, I really do not care. I really do not. I play this game for fun. Also, like, I don't know what to tell you. I hit a wall. I hit another wall. Hello. Hello. I'd like to sleep in the bed, please. Does anybody know if villagers go up ladders? We need to figure out if they go up ladders. But yeah. Da, 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 da. All right. Now that we have that figured out, now we have that done, we now get to work on the lower section. So I'm going to destroy all this because we no longer need the fences here. And then we can start working on the cells down below. Well, that sounded a lot more menacing than it needed. But we're gonna start working on the cells down below because this is where a lot of the better we set this up, the better it's gonna be just overall. So I think what we're gonna do is every single line that we have sheep is going to go into its own hopper system, so we don't need to do any sorting. Because if we need to start doing sorting, it's going to be a pain in the butt. It's gonna be such a big pain in the tuchus. And I don't want it to be a pain in the tuchus. So, we're gonna make it where it's not a pain in the tuchus. We also need to figure out how many different colors of sheep that we want. And also what our storage system is really going to look like. Yo, Cassie, thank you so much for liking the live. Because we could do this. We could do this. We could do this. The only issue is, and we might do this for this, is it does not store a lot. I do think we are going to go with a more simple approach with our barrels. So we might actually go like this. So that way we have this visible. So it just helps a little bit more with the looks of it. Because it is something that I don't want to use. I don't want to use chess in here because we use chess a lot. So, but I also need to get that a little bit away from the wall because we need to have space for. Oh, no, I actually really don't. I need to go over one. So if I go like this, we go over one, we have the water stream coming up here. We go over there like that. So that's 16 barrels for one color. I think I have 10 pens. So we can do 10 colors in total and be totally happy with it. We just have to figure out how to get 10 areas of colors in here because they all need to have the identical amount of storage. So they all need to have identical amount of storage. Otherwise, things are just going to look really, really weird. If I go like this. Go like this. Like that. 1, 2. So this will be number 4 because we already have those over there. Eduardo, we are putting in a system that we can actually have all of our wool coming up. So each one of these sets of barrels will be a different color. Some of the colors we might actually wind up separating, doing less of the one color, depending how much space we have. Right now we have 4 in here, which I'm actually kind of happy we have 4, but I think 1, 2, 3, we might not have the space that I want. What is up? What is up, Ava? Ava Scarlett, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. But we can also build a loft up here and put more colors up there. So, because we're at 4 right now, we have space for another 3. If we go and if I consolidate this down, no, I need to. But if I go like this, yeah, like this. So water will come up here. I will have these last couple of blocks blocked off as well. We're going to use a lot of hay in here to cover a lot of stuff up. But then we'll also do a loft right over top of this that'll have more additional storage up there. So, and we can actually make the loft pretty long. So I might not need to do this. I'm going to wait on this guy until I get that loft completed. But we need to go get a lot of wood. And I'm at the point where like we are going to learn how to do a wood farm here soon, just so I already have a wood farm. What am I talking about? I already have a wood farm. It's just not the best wood farm. Alright. I already have a wood farm. I need to build a wood farm. Has a wood farm. Doesn't use it ever. Because reasons I don't know why. Why do I not use the wood farm? I don't know why. I just don't. Okay? I don't. I also need to put my hat on. People could see my bald spot. Yeah, that's what's up. Then, if I go like that, then like that, I think we're going to have enough barrels now. Thank goodness we have a wood farm. But, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to make like an actual oak and birch one. Because I do need those logs a lot. So, we're going to go also with a more rustic looking loft area. If I go with... You know, if I go with the color woods that I don't have right now, it'd actually look perfect. So... let me see if I actually have... I should have spruce in the other storage system. So... no, I honestly can't wait for the day where they make wood farming permanent or AFKable. So that's going to be a great day. That's going to be a glorious day. You know what's another thing that I need to look at? I'm doing on wood. Yo, Will, you're all good. Stay awesome, be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved. Don't forget that you make the world a better place by being in it. Stay awesome, be awesome, Will. Oh, we're going to come over here. I need to check how this is doing. We have to move that Remind me we got to do that later. We got to move. We got to move all that. Because if we don't move that, then things are not going to go well. I don't know what I have for backup storage on it, honestly. So, if we go right here, right there, I need my X. Then I'm going to do... I really like how I'm not actually jumping up with this. Yeah, I want that to feel... So, like, it's not going to, like, by Minecraft terms, it's not going to feel claustrophobic. Compared to a lot of the builds that we have in here, it's going to feel claustrophobic. So, compared to a lot of the builds that we've been doing recently, it's going to feel claustrophobic. So, that's what we want it to feel like. So, yeah, water will come up here, and then we can have water come up here. So, no, actually, the water will be coming up here for here. So we can have water come up here. Or here. No, here. For the upper level. So I will actually break that. We'll have the water come up that way. But I'm going to do that. Just for the vibes. I'm going to go like so. And the way we're going to make this feel really claustrophobic is we're actually going to make use of the lanterns with it. So we're going to have lanterns hanging down. And suddenly this goes from it's a good size ceiling, like a normal ceiling, to like, okay, like we actually have to watch our head. So that's how we're going to make it feel claustrophobic, is just by adding those lanterns in. And that's going to do a lot of work for us to actually give it that closed in feeling. So that's how we're going to work that. Like that. And I think I actually need to come out one more because I want this to be flush with that. And then do that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, wonderful. I'm going to do just that right there. And then we will move over our lanterns. So they are right on our corners here. And right where everything pops out at. But if you've ever been, yo, what's up, local weeb? How you doing? It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Welcome back, King. But we're gonna go like that for this. I think we're just gonna go all 3 on this one. Just because we really want to have that structure in there. What's up, Nicole? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. And then we're gonna go boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's looking really, really good for that. And then we will also go a lantern there. And yeah, like I said, this is to make it feel more claustrophobic than it actually is. The one thing I do think I overlooked. Do you think I overlooked it? What I think he said. What? What are you talking about, Spidey? King Spidey. King Spider. Um. Yeah, Weeb, I hope that really helps. I hope that really helps. No? No, Spidey? I also think a lot of it is just putting in, or need to choose this very, very wisely. I didn't say that, Spidey. Um, uh, why did I destroy all of those? No, I definitely understand it. And the one thing, what am I making? I am making a storage system right now for our sheep farm. So every storage system is going to be, or every single set of barrels is going to have a separate color in it. So, but yeah. Do, 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 do. No, not Pokemon. Nope. See, we got all the sheep out there. You are all good. Stay awesome. Be awesome. Don't forget that you are amazing. Genuinely, do not forget that you are amazing. It's just a moment in the life. Stay awesome. Be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved and that you make the world a better place by being in it. I genuinely was happy to see you tonight. So, stay awesome. Be awesome, weeb. Um. Do, 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 do. We're gonna go like that. I'm not gonna put rails on here because I wanted to have that feel of a barn. All right, you're all good, Spidey. You're all good. Stay awesome. Be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved. Don't forget that you make the world a better place by being in it. Stay awesome. Be awesome, Spidey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should make a firework. So, Eduardo, Eduardo, Eduardo. Turns out I landed on pufferfish. But anyways, this is a sugarcane farm. And then this over here is actually a mob farm. So, like, mobs will fall. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? Is it just not rendered in? No, it is. Wow. This broke somehow. It broke somehow. Well, that just fired off. Which one was it that was broke? Okay, this one is... Right? No, it's this one. Okay. No. This one. This one. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? What is it? This one? The one with all the obsidian? Of course it is. Of course it's the one with all the obsidian. Why wouldn't it be the one with all the obsidian in it? Why wouldn't it be the one with all the obsidian in it? Like, I could never have it where it's the simple ones. What happened? So it's somehow... somehow pulled... There was an extra brick in here that it pulled. Well. Oh. Actually, I need to do this. Like that. I can't do anything there. So I need to go that there. I can do this here, can't I? No, I can't. That's why it broke. That's why it broke. Oh, crap. I did it again, didn't I? Whoopsie-daisies. So, like that. It's no longer broke. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Everything's okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Perfect. But that is also a farm that makes gunpowder. So, in my massive storage building, I'll do it because I need to make rockets anyways. In my big building, I will come over here. I have an interior corner dedicated to gunpowder. So once that fills up, it'll fill up into here, and then it will fill up into here. There's some in here because when I did the changeover for the slots, they were just in there. And then we have the sugarcane farm here, which the sugarcane is actually filling up relatively quickly. So, yeah. Oh, no! I need to do this 3 at a time, don't I? Otherwise, I just wind up with an extra 1. So, but yeah. So I have everything set up in here that I can just walk up and do that and take like a stack of that. I actually need to get rid of these because this is meant to be the honeycomb section. But as you can see, it's not the honeycomb section because I got stone bricks in here. Oh, no, wait. Oh. Found out where the potatoes started to go. But this is supposed to be honeycomb. This can be the honeycomb section. Because I actually removed, like, I think these, the podzol, the roots, whatever was here, and then something else I removed. So, because turns out my potatoes overflowed. Would have guessed. Is that an auto sorter? It's yes. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of single item sorters. So if we come up here, so like I have multiples for the carrots. But once this one completely fills up, that's why these are at 25 and 20. It's just because they haven't filled up. But so like there's a potato one, and the potato one is completely full. So it actually overflowed the system. But if we come over here, should actually find. Oh, I do have honey blocks going into the system. Yes. Yo, Braxton, thank you so much for the like. It means the world. It means the world. So that means I can take these honey blocks, these honey blocks. Like I said, the potatoes overflowed the system. The potatoes overflowed the system. And we can take the honey blocks. And since I don't know where that is, how long have I been playing in this world? I have had this world for 6 years. 6 years. So, I've had it for a very long time. What I'm trying to say. Very, very long time. But yeah. But the potatoes are actually doing a little too well. Like, I need to figure out a way to start burning the potatoes. Like, I need to literally go into where the farm is and start burning potatoes. So, or I need to set up some sort of trading system. As long as you could stay as, oh my gosh. What other platforms am I streaming on? I am streaming on TikTok and Twitch right now. Braxton, thank you so much for the follow. And for the other ones, for the people on the other platforms, I'm also streaming on YouTube. I genuinely, truly appreciate everybody that's watching over on YouTube. You are helping my watch time, which means good things for me. So, but we come back over here, and we're going to continue working on this little section. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I do need to do this one, which I was kind of hoping to avoid, but also at the same time helps me just build out everything. So, now I need a whole bunch of hoppers, which means I do actually need chests. But now that we remembered that we have our little friend, the bamboo farm, that won't be that hard. Yo, what's up, David? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I also need to breed up all the sheep. Perfect. Let's grab some more wheat because we ran out of wheat last time. Thing broke. Something broke. Why is that so low on wheat? Why is that so low on wheat? Oh, it's because it's not the wheat one, genius. Okay, so I should explain what that was. So you see the little iron golems there, right? So I actually have it set up where that won't overflow. Well, it won't completely fill. So all those barrels that you saw down there, those were actually overflow barrels. So if line or a chest completely fills, it overflows and goes into the bottom there. Why do I have the wheat farm like that? Well, because I'm going to get a lot of wheat in there. I don't really care to constantly have to be sorting through wheat. So that's why the wheat is like that. But with that, it does overflow. It does overflow. And with how everything is getting sorted in there, if I can have it where the copper golems just always have a spot to put the one wheat that they're going to be holding at the time, because I think I have 4 copper golems in there, it's just going to make everything a lot easier. So we do have grass starting to grow. Now, the one issue is since these all have sheep in them, the grass line is just going to grow down this way and grow over that way, but never, like, fully grow. So somebody accidentally flew in here when they didn't intend to. So, whoops. But now we're going to go get a whole bunch of that iron that we saw earlier. And we're going to make a bunch of hoppers because we are going to need it. So all this stuff is going to run off of hopper lines and then water channels. I think we're going to do... I'm going to try a different way of getting items up to the top. Just because I want to be able to see if there's a way that I can do it and save a little bit of space. So we're going to have a lot of lines in a lot of different areas. So if we can figure this out the best way that we can, the better this is going to be. So, buddy, and tell everybody all about somebody. What's up, Wayuki? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I need to find an empty shulker or make some more shulkers. I don't know. We're just gonna hide that one. That's good to hear, Wakey. That's good to hear. I am going to make shulkers because I am annoyed. He always helps. Because I am annoyed with not having shulkers. So we are gonna make shulkers. I'm gonna make 4 of them. We're making 4 of them, dang it. Boom. 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 So go like that. Let's see. There's one over here that doesn't have a lot in it. So we can throw some of this stuff in that we don't really need right now. Yo, what's up, Archaven? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. You're doing well. Making tea always helps. Am I playing the Donut SMP? I am not. I'm playing Kraft, which is different. It is my own private server. And it's raining, but it's not rain. It's not night. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie. I hate this weather whenever it rains, but it's not nighttime. Whenever it rains and it's not nighttime, I do not like it. I do not like it one bit. No, no. But we go like that. Ooh. But we are going to try a different trick for everything going up. I don't know if you guys have heard of these before. They're called item elevators. And ideally, I will be able to make it in a 1x1 slot. So that way, I don't need to worry about anything with them. So, do I think that'll happen? Doubt it, but hey, you can always hope, right? Oh my gosh, I don't have any iron in here. Oh my gosh. Now I have 4 empty shulker boxes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, hey, look at that. More wheat. Wonderful. Need that. But part of the reason why I want to try this is because of the space that we're going to have. If I could have it where items just go straight up into... I'm seeing another flaw in this. But these would be behind here. Would be behind here. So it's kind of like we're trying to figure out how to make all this lack of space work. Jump! And now I gotta figure out which one's the center. I hit it on the first one. So, because we will need all of this to be cleared like this in order for the hopper line to go like this, and then boom, 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 boom. So, right like that. Then, boom, boom, boom. You know, honestly, I love the fact that I fell again. Really, there's a hole there. There's a hole there, and I fall through the hole. I love it. Yo, Noel, thank you so much for the likes. It means the world. It means the world. It really does. So, we go like that. Nothing in me without love. This one will be interesting. This one will be interesting. Yo, what's up, Wyatt? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. Um, we might need to do it here. This is Java. This is Java. Hmm. I'm trying to think of how we're gonna get stuff up here, and I'm really not thinking we're gonna be able to get stuff up here very easily, unless if yeah, yeah, it is. Unless I really don't have space to do a sorting system of any sorts. How long did it take to build this? I've been on this world for 6 years. This build that we're doing here has only taken like 5 hours. Um, so we got a dock out here. We are working on building up our sheep population, and then we're going to be putting an actual wool farm down underneath here. And then we're currently working on this, which I need to figure out how we're going to get stuff up to here, because yeah, I don't want there to be sorting systems in here. I just want it to all flow. So, which honestly, I don't think that's going to happen at this point. We might need to consolidate stuff. We are going to start consolidating. So, what we're going to do is I'm taking this guy out. We are going to... I'm scrapping all of what we've done so far. What about copper golems? You know what, Eduardo? That's a pretty darn smart idea. Copper golems climb up ladders. They can. They can. Can they put stuff into barrels? Because I do just have a bunch of copper golems. Eduardo, you're a genius. They're farmhands. Yeah, they are, Wyatt. Yeah, they are. I also use copper golems in other farms, so. So realistically, all we will need is just like. Oh, that solves everything. That solves everything. Because then I don't need to worry about space. Oh my gosh. I could do this everywhere. I could do this everywhere. I could do this everywhere. Man. Why did I not think about copper golems? I sing to you, my God. You're an awesome God, you raise. All you do, amen. Worship you, my God. You're an awesome. Don't think they open barrels, so oh no. Let's look. Let's consult the wiki. So, unfortunately, Unfortunately, all these barrels are going to waste. Oh, actually, these guys can stay. These guys are just a nice aesthetic, so they can stay. But all these other ones are going. Do you play on SMPs? This is actually an SMP. It's just nobody else plays on it because the people I initially invited on no longer play Minecraft. So I do plan on opening it back up to content creators at some point. I just need to figure out who I want it to be and when I want it to be and all that. So, but I don't have. What about manual? Eduardo, we are going to have 10 sheep per color. Manual sorting is not an option. In my soul, yeah. Have I ever played Roblox? No, I will never play Roblox. I will never touch that vile game. So, but we will keep, if we're doing chests, we are going to keep everything down on the main level. So this will definitely turn into cosmetics. So we'll probably actually reuse some of the barrels down here. Because our chests, we will be able to stack up a lot more. So. But yeah. What do you mean I lost spruce? Oh, hey, there's some spruce right there. There's some spruce right there. We'll put that there. That there. We still need more spruce. What happened to all of our spruce? The bed is too far away. Oh, no, not the charger. Not the charger breaking. Yeah, I will fly away. You pulled too hard on it, didn't you? So we got like that. Fill all that in. And then up here, we are going to make use of those barrels. All right, you're all good, Wyatt. Stay awesome, be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved and that you make the world a better place by being in it. Stay awesome, be awesome, Wyatt. If I don't see you, or if you don't come back, sure. Stay awesome, be awesome. So we're gonna use these just as like dish. Perfect. I do not do PvP. I have a very strong disdain for PvP, so I have never enjoyed it. So if I want to do PvP, I'll play I'll do like Apex or something like that. I'm not gonna do it in Minecraft. Like I see no value in that. All right. So perfect. Oh, and this is 3 deep, so we will be able to put chests back there pretty easily. Am I good at redstone? A lot of the redstone that I do, I actually see from other people. The one thing that I will say is 100% original is, so if I fly back here, is this system. So what this does, and I will go over to this one. So this will sit at 63 wheat. And this will sit at 63 wheat. Oh my gosh, I need to light a fire. I suddenly know why everything is lagging. Somebody also forgot that they didn't have fire tick off on this world, so... Or they had fire tick off, so the fire will just stay permanently. So... But, so this redstone system, I actually completely developed my own. So, and all that it does is that whenever a chest completely fills up, yeah, poor villagers, they were stuck there. I was not breaking my redstone to get them out. So it'll empty out to like 61. And then when it completely fills, it'll depower. And it will empty out 3. So I can have it where I always have a full chest, but I can empty it. And then these guys will come in and you see it just emptied down to 61. And right now it's just bouncing back between the 2. Also got the beets over here. And then the hay bales. Oh, no, what? But you can see we have hay bales down here. And then we have barrels actually down here that are full of wheat. Because it's overflowing and just going straight into these barrels. So those will always be empty as long as I have storage down below here. So. But it's meant to, I can always go to the same spot. But also at the same time, the golems can continue to do what they do. So that's the thought process behind it. So I was going over there for this. And that is something I 100%. We sat here in the store. No, what? It's Wyatt talking about they need a charger, so. But that I am pretty proud of. So. Because that is the first time where I was like, okay, I'm gonna think about this. In my other section, I actually have it where I do not have any wood. Lovely. The other section that I have, like where this world originally was, I actually have... We're going to head over there because I need wood and I do not feel like cutting down trees. I actually have a shulker unloader that works, and the only way it works is if you put full... shulkers in, but it'll work if you put full shulkers in. Which that I, again, completely figured out myself. But it's also meant to... I don't know if it unloads faster or what, but... I just always like thinking through some of that. Birches. I do not have a re-gear section. I just don't die enough for it to be worth it, so... I know that sounds really self-conceited, but like at the same time, like if I never die, I never die. I have so much dark oak in here. I'm actually gonna take all of that. And then take the oak log. We'll use the oak for sure. Take the dark oak. Birch and oak are like the perfect ones. Where's my totem? I don't PvP on this world. It's not a hardcore world. Like I have never found a need to actually make a raid farm. So also got a lot of spruce in here. Oh, I have so much oak in here. I should have brought a shulker box. I'm so smart. I am so smart. I am so smart. Like I am just the smartest Minecraft player in the world. You know? Just the smartest Minecraft player in the world. The smartest. Just the smartest Minecraft player in the world. Um. All right, that should be enough chests. Yeah, I do not find a need for a totem. This is my old world, so this is the mob farm that we had. But this is a system that I worked out for a shulker unloader. So it dispenses. Oh crap! Regular crap got in it. Oh no! I found a lot of shulkers. But so once this empties out, this will depower. And actually, this will push the piston down. It would. No, it will. So. No, I'm really not. Oh, Wyatt, thank you so much for the sub. It means the world. I'm really not like I'm not like I actually do not use fire really in any sort of sense in this world, so oh no, Wyatt. But if I fly out here, this is where I originally started everything, so we have our trading hall right here, our old wool farm, which we're never by, so it doesn't actually work. We have our horse barn, our other barn, and then the wheat fields, our pumpkin and watermelon farm there. This is our sugarcane farm, and then this is our iron farm. And then the behemoth that I'm not really referencing is our mob farm. So, yeah, this is our mob farm. This also kind of turned into what our main base had to be. So, it's really not. Like, I could have been so much further. And then that's a dripstone farm. And then this is our honeycomb farm. So, we can actually go up in it and watch the bees as they go fly around. But I honestly am starting to like this feels impressive. That's why once you figure out how to do it, it is so rewarding. It is so rewarding. Like it is so rewarding. But yeah, I burned out building the mob farm for a good year and a half. Like I didn't touch Minecraft. I wasn't streaming in it. I wasn't doing none of that. And back in February, November, I came back and we've been building Finrad and building out Finrad ever since. Like Finrad is what I went over to try to hopefully get through my burnout. Like some of these buildings, like Drox building, this apartment building, the orphanage, the bar, and then like this little section was all done during that time. Like this area here, like during the burnout periods, I have videos on making this building, that building. I never actually published a video on that one. Um, and I think I did publish a video on uh it's actually tied to the book that I wrote. So this is based off of the city of, from the book that I wrote, and the city that the book starts in an orphanage. So the orphanage is, yeah. I should do tutorials. I am not good enough to do tutorials. I don't even know what I would do with a tutorial. So, but yeah, like it's actually in the book. That's the only reason why I have an orphanage. So it's just one of those things that I like. I like to say that just randomly, just because I know people will go, wait, hold on, step it back a second, step it back a second. What did you just say? It's just one of those things that it's like, okay, that's actually really funny to say. Like just seeing some people's reactions. What book am I reading? It's not a book that I'm reading. It's a book that I wrote. No, I just like I like saying to people that there's an orphanage, just because everybody's reaction is, hold on, wait a second, you need to explain that one. So, your world reminds me of Attack on Titan. The Wall does do that. The Wall really does do that. Um, nope, those are the wrong way. That book is actually already published. That book is already published. It's called Bosca Finrad, and I am working on another book. I don't know if and when I'll publish another Bosk book, just because I'm more interested in the other series that I'm writing right now. But I do have a Bosca Finrad book published, so. But it's a half orc and it's very D&D based with everything, so I genuinely do love it. It is a fun story. It's a very easy read because it's my first book, but it's still a very fun story. Plus I've self-published. Bosk of Finrad, BOSK of Finrad, FINRAD. Yes, Eduardo. Yes, I am an author. So, it is available on Amazon. Amazon. So, but no, it is something that I love to do. I love writing so much. Like it's one of those things that like I'm like, I don't know if I really like it, and then I do it and I go, no, I like this. I like this. I like this a lot. So, But yeah. But yeah, so that's like a lot of like, so the orphanage, the stable right here, old Drock's business, and then the tavern are all like in the story. And then the layouts like on the story. So this is actually an arena. It's not in the story, but I can easily put it into it if I want to. So I'm gonna go get a copper chest. Then your water. Wouldn't you be water then? You eat water, you would be water then, right? I need copper chest. I also need to figure out where I put all my golems. And there's a very good chance they're all just scattered around my world. I should advertise the book more. Yeah, I should, but it's one of those things that I'm not focusing too heavily on right now. Just because like I need to learn how to talk about myself better. And talk about the book better, and I genuinely want to get Polarized done before I get back into that more. No, Wyatt. No, actually, we're not, because all of Boss' friends from his childhood live there. So we're not going to do that. Do I have more copper over here? I don't. I've actually used all the copper that I've gathered, so whoops. But I did for a while there advertise the book quite a bit. Oh. We are going to go back because I need to get my copper. And we're going to go find the little copper golem guys. I cannot do that, Wyatt. I have no channel to do that, so. Somebody took a shot at me. Ah, he lit me on fire. He lit me on fire. I played with fire, and I am suffering the consequences right now. Not really, but. I don't know why I'm doing this. You can quite literally just fly away from him. That is concerning, yes. Actually, that is very concerning. I don't remember who I let on the server, but I let somebody on the server. Might have been Max. Unoxidized all of the copper golems, and then they all started wandering around. I have 2 so far, which isn't a bad start. This is gonna need a lot if we do what we are planning. So yeah. They show up and they're consistent and they're really good and they're nice people and they don't talk about burning down orphanages. Yeah. I should not let people on because they'll probably grief everything. See, when I do eventually let people on again, they will be heavily vetted and have something at stake, so they don't do that. Like, I'm not gonna, like, the thing that is, like, especially with how YouTube has been growing for me, like, I'm not just gonna let subs on or followers on or so. I'm gonna vet people. I'm gonna make sure. Like the thing is, it sounds terrible to say, but they're gonna need to be content creators, and they're gonna need to make some form of money off of YouTube. Like that. That's just the way that it is. Eventually, there is something that I am working on that I will want to figure out if there's different ways where I can let people on, so they can be on the server, but they won't actually be able to interact with anything except like one item. But we're so far away from that. But yeah, like it's gonna need to be a content creator label. So just because there are a lot of terrible people out there in the world, like I would literally start a war over if somebody tried to destroy the mob farm. And also because like the mob farm just has a ton of gunpowder in it. Like I have a shulker box full of sand. Like no, because I do use TNT and other things. I do use TNT and other things, so. I do use TNT and other things, so it's kind of, I need to. Heard my father say. Oh no, time out a second. You can just make copper chests. Am I live daily? Yes, I try to be live daily. Well, no, I don't try to be live daily. I have a set schedule that I try to adhere to. Been doing a terrible job at it recently. I was supposed to be live yesterday. But was at my bachelor party, so I hired to attend it when but I don't think I'll actually be live tomorrow. We got some stuff we got to get done. So if I didn't make it a server, I would have lost this world a long time ago though. Yeah. I'm getting married in June or in October. Well, technically already married, but we're doing the ceremony and everything in October. So but I think the next scheduled one is for the Thursday, so that should be when I'm live again. Hmm. All right. Wonderful. Then we're going to come over here. I think I put the chest too far back. Go like that. Do I play any other games? I also play Apex Legends. That one is an interesting one. So, like, there's a lot of. It's a shooting game, but I stopped streaming it because that was the only thing that I was streaming for a while. It's just, especially at the point that I was streaming it, I would get really, really angry with it. So, and that just was not good. Not good for the mental. So, I accidentally smacked the little dude. So, whoops a daisies. You're all good, Wyatt. You're all good. Accidentally smacked the little dude. Whoops. But yeah. Yeah, I am really chill, except when I'm so many hours deep into an Apex session. And somebody suddenly has anger issues, apparently. How many mine coins I have? I don't know. I actually don't know that. So, I honestly don't know what mine coins are. All right, I need you to be up there. Listen. Yep, be up there. Go over there. Yep, follow. Well, now I done trapped myself. Ha 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 ha. I'm supposed to get back there. I know they're like what Minecraft uses for a lot of stuff, but I am on Java, so like, never. Yeah, see, I'm on Java, so yeah. Like I'm on Java, so we don't really pay for those here. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But yeah. At the same time. Yeah, but I'm very, very used to. I am very used to Java. Um but so we're gonna spend the last 20 minutes laying out kind of what we're gonna be doing for our sheep farm. Or for a wool farm. So what we're gonna do, and we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go over here just so we can get an idea of everything on what we want to do. So, and how we're actually going to adjust it. So, because there is a way that we can do this that will actually kind out looking really, really, really good. But there's also a way that we can do this that will wind up looking really, really, really bad. It'll be really hard to manage, really hard to work with and work on. So, we're going to try our best. Oh, no. Yeah. So, pretty much, come over here. And we have this right here. This is how everything works. What I want to do is I want to have we are going to make it where all this stuff is easily accessible. So we have this right here. We have all the sheep. And we're going to make it where all this is accessible. So that way when shears are starting to break like this right here, we can easily replace them. I might actually do it where they all have a hopper and chest full of shears right above them. Just so when do break, I don't need to worry about it. So. But it's actually a lot simpler system than I originally thought. Also here, you can see we have the original item sorter. So, originals. Then this one is just kind of an overflow that everything would go into. So, am I going to do that today? No, we're just going to work on the layout today. So, and how high we need to be, how many of these we can get into our row, all that stuff. Because, so this is 3 blocks, so we'll need to be 3, so we'll need to be 4, so every row will need to be 9 across. And then we'll need to figure out how many we'll be able to get in there. And yeah. I think we're actually gonna do that with I think we're gonna do our platform that we walk on is going to be made out of wood. That just makes the most sense. Actually, I think I'm gonna do it out of deep slate. I got a lot of deep slate. We're actively like mining and all that. And the deep slate actually mines pretty well, or goes pretty well. We had like we were deep mining, so yeah. I also need to breed sheep. Get texture packs on? No, okay, so that's the thing. I love OG Minecraft. People always bring up texture packs, and I'm always like, I love the look of normal Minecraft. I love the look of normal Minecraft way too much. So. But no, I'm not gonna be doing like any of the like actual redstone bits or putting any sheep in tonight, because that would just take way too much effort. So yeah, Eduardo, mine was too. Mine was too back when they had tree. Those were the days. Those were the days. Didn't even need a shears to shear sheep. You just punched them. So, I'm also going to go get some hay bales. And we're going to put some hay bales in here. I think I'm actually going to pull some of the... that is way too many hay bales. Maybe I won't. But I think what I'll do is I will go like this and kind of cover some of these. Yeah. That's the thing I also hate. I would do like sand duping because you can't, the sand's really not renewable. but really, really useful. But eventually I just got so annoyed with it. Like, I don't tolerate duping anymore in any sort of way. Like, it's just... it's currently 3 a.m. Oh my gosh. You're over there on that England time, man. Gonna throw some hay bales up here. Just needed extra storage, so. I don't like how that's... I'm gonna actually go... this. Yeah. Like, the world's actually, like, had an border to them. I did, however, I was thinking about this the other day. There are people that are like, yo, I used to play on controller. I used to play Minecraft on controller, and then they went to PC, and they're like, I don't get how I did it. It used to have a different UI. Used to have a different UI for controller, and it was optimized for controller. Like, it was all optimized for controller, so it was like, oh yeah, that's why. That's why people were like, I don't get how I used to play this game on controller, but like, I did. Because like, it was optimized for controller back then. Because most of its player base was on controller. So, which I do think there is a good number of people and that are still on like console and controller, but they did adjust. For a while there, it was adjusted out of this. Like, this is again a really good controller UI, but the first one was like ideal controller UI. So, you know what? No, I'm not going to use the prismarine. I'm not using the prismarine to do. Ooh, hey, look at that deep slate tile. Hey, look at that. So, this is right here. So, I will need 9 from this. Nine. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There. To there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be our center lane. This will be our center lane right here. My PC was about 2200. How long have I been playing Minecraft? Well, okay, so the first time I played Minecraft, it was called Tree. The oak tree was called Tree. Just to give you an idea of how long I've been playing Minecraft. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it cost $10 when I bought it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, old Minecraft was awesome. I could not go back now. Like, I could not go back now. But those days where it was early, like there, that is just something you're not explaining to people. That first time doing all of it, like you're just not explaining that to people. All right. I know. Yes, Eduardo. Java is better than. So they run off of different engines. That's why they can't. Java is actually the original Minecraft. And then when Microsoft acquired Minecraft, they developed their own version. And that's what you now know as Bedrock. But Java was the original version of Minecraft. So. Hmm. You know, I'm sitting here thinking I messed this up, but I don't think I did because that will just be the center wall for all the sheep. So, when does the stream end? In about 8 minutes. About 8 minutes. So, I think I can get another layer in here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can. This one, though, might not be able to have like the hopper reload system, but I can actually do this one. So. What time is it for me? It is 10:30. So, Mrs. is probably falling asleep, or she's just sitting over there scowling like, "Hurry up." So, don't know which one it is. Probably in the jailhouse now. Yeah. Yeah, Wyatt, I would say that is concerning. Nope, I'm not doing that. Nope. Have I ever got shadow banned? There is no such thing. There is no such thing as shadow banned. I used to think there was, but there isn't. It's just you're not interesting enough. That's like the harsh reality of it. Like, if you're like, "Oh, I got shadow banned," and you're just boring. It sounds evil to say, right? But like, it's the truth. So, like, the best advice I ever gotten was like, stop thinking of it as your algorithm and start thinking of your audience. And things will start to change with how you view content and all that. So, like, so that was something I struggled with for a long time. Because Minecraft was very much so a game where I was like, "Oh, I need to be doing something interesting." When I came back, I came back. When I came back to streaming, I was like, I am streaming everything. My best streams were the streams where I was mining the mountain that used to be where we're standing. Some of my best streams have been streams where straight up I'm just mining a mountain for 2 hours straight. Have I ever been canceled? No, and I really do not believe in that culture. So I do not believe in thought police in any sort of way. No. Well, that's cancelable if you say that. Only if I believe it. So, yeah, Sandy, thank you so much for the sub. It means the world. Yeah, I don't believe in cancel culture, but also you're never gonna find something to cancel me on. So, yeah, like that's really what it is. Like people just like that is what Minecraft live streaming is. It is having conversations with people. Do I watch anime? I do. Been watching less of it recently because the missus doesn't watch it because she just has reservations about it, which I understand. But I have watched it. I watched all of My Hero. I've watched quite a bit of One Punch Man, Attack on Titan, all of Assassination Classroom. Cried after that one. You hate anime? Oh no. Well, I don't. I think it is some of the best storytelling that you can ever find. So. I genuinely believe that anime has some of the best storytelling in the world. So. Who is my favorite Minecraft content creator? It's a Hermitcraft member. Like, that's the best I can say. Because it will vary. Like, I think right now it is either Impulse or Grian. It'd be either Impulse or Grian right now because Impulse is like such dad energy. I play Minecraft at least twice a week, Wyatt, for 2-3 hours. At least twice a week. Like right now it's like Impulse and Grian. I know I also love watching like what Mumbo's doing. Mumbo Jumbo. And then Skiz is just so funny. But then also like Gemini Tay is an incredible builder, so is Good Times with Scar. So then I don't watch Tango. I don't watch it. Don't know if you guys know him, Tango Tech. I don't watch Tango Tech because the stuff that Tango Tech does is so over my head. I don't understand it or comprehend it in any sort of way. The way that he works with redstone and can build amazingly, it's annoying. So, but I do think we are going to wind up calling it there. So, I'm actually going to change this. So, if I ever made something without the manual, this entire world. So, but this Finred is actually becoming more and more like a. This is actually a really, really dope world that I have going on. So I'm super stoked about that. It's starting to really shape together. Like I think we had a without the manual, yes. In that sense, yes, I have to. I would make stuff in Woods class all the time without actually having instructions. So, and I'm going to be working on making some crosses for our wedding, and then I'm also going to be making flower boxes. So, and then I'm also with work, I rework a whole bunch of stuff to make it work for us. So, but like I came up like somebody was like, "Oh, this creator said you were bad at Minecraft," and I went, "Really?" Like, and then I popped up like this, and like I got like a shot of this, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this got so big." Like, this is getting so big already. So, when I started streaming again, I had this block, those two buildings, this building, that building, that building, and that building. But and this strip right here, none of this other stuff existed back then. Like, not even this park existed. This did, but like it was a different shape. And yeah, it's actually crazy how far this world has come along recently. So yeah, we are going to end it there. So as always, yeah, thank you so much, Wyatt. As always, stay awesome, be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved. Don't forget that you make the world a better place by being in it. Stay awesome, be awesome. I will catch you in the next stream. Bye. Bye. As always, stay awesome, be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved. Don't forget that you make the world a better place by being in it.